What's up, world? It is Jason Jani. Welcome to my channel. It is so good to have you here. And if you're new to the channel, I just want to say welcome. Thanks for joining me. And I hope you find value in this video. Hope you get to check out some of the other videos on the channel. And just, it is good to have you here. And if you're a returning supporter, subscriber, viewer, observer, whatever, thank you so much. It is good to have you back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I hope you enjoy this video. So real quick, I've been just kind of going through a lot of content lately. I feel like I've been going through my hard drive, organizing things, and just trying to make the most out of my time before the world starts back up and events drive me absolutely crazy. And I've spent a considerable amount of time cleaning up my 70 plus terabyte Drobo drive, which is connected to my iMac computer. Now, this drive houses all of the events that I've been part of since 2010. I record a ton of content at my events, and I've been stockpiling this footage for a long time. While I've been going through the process of organizing everything, I've stumbled across a number of clips and recaps and just things I totally have forgot that I've had, which leads me to this video. Today, I want to share with you some highlights from an interview that I actually did on stage 5 years ago at Mobile Beat Las Vegas Show 20, where I had the opportunity of interviewing Redfoo of LMFAO in front of 2,500 DJs from all over the planet. And real quick, if you don't know what Mobile Beat Las Vegas is, it's a DJ conference. People that are party DJs come from all over the planet to Las Vegas each and every year, where they get the opportunity to learn, to network, to experience gear, and so much. I was involved with the show for 5 years. I was the on-stage performance DJ for the DJs. I got to play some amazing parties that I was able to help kind of throw with a number of different artists, and I just met so many different people. I had a great experience end to end. I was the entertainment director for the show, and the show had taught me just so much in general about the business, and it really helped me build some rock solid relationships that I'm super proud of, that I'm incredibly thankful for. So if you've never been to Mobile Beat or any DJ conference and you're watching this, I'd highly suggest that you check out what DJ conferences are all about. If you have the opportunity of attending one, I would highly suggest that you do get involved attending one and just seeing what they're all about for yourself. I'm going to put up above a quick link to a conference that we just got off the ground a couple of years ago called the DJ Collective. It's really not a conference, it's more of an experience, but myself, Joe Bunn, and Brian Bonacisi had started this really cool meetup for DJs that takes place once a year, and we are underway planning this year's event, and we are going to do it despite COVID and all things surrounding the chaos of our world. You'll hear more about it on the channel, but check out the video up above of what we did in the past. I think you'll find great value in it. And if you'd like to get more information on the DJ Collective or conferences in general, throw it in the comment field below. Again, I was part of Mobile Beat Las Vegas for 5 years. I was super proud of my time on stage as the DJ's DJ, as well as being part of kind of the brainstorming and formatting and development of the show. I worked with just Jake Feldman and Ryan Berger and a number of really cool people, Jeremy Brecht, just awesome hosts, Bill Herman and Jason Jones, and just so many people, Todd Mitchum. It just taught me so much, and I'm so thankful for it. But the purpose of this video is that I stumbled on a clip that I found of my 1 hour interview with Redfoo of LMFAO. And I wanted to kind of boil down some key takeaways that I think are super relevant still to this day. As a matter of fact, when I first kind of learned about them or experienced it firsthand, it like kind of shook me to the core, and I thought it was really valuable. So I want to kind of provide you a summary of it, as well as a quick cut to the actual show itself, so you can hear Redfoo and I chop it up about whatever I'm going to share with you. And I want to invite you to stick around to the last takeaway, because I think that by far is my favorite takeaway of all time. And I think it's really powerful coming from someone that has accomplished so much in his career as a DJ and performance artist, and just someone that's done a lot all over, being Redfoo himself. So here are my 5 key takeaways that actually matter and are relevant to the DJ world, the DJ culture today, probably more than ever. From performance to business, these are golden nuggets from Redfoo himself, and I hope you enjoy. I want to kick this thing off talking about how to deal with people who hate or don't support your hustle, the journey being a DJ. Everyone who does this has probably dealt with it in some way, shape, or form at some point of their career or their life as a DJ. So I want to share with you this clip where Redfoo directly answers, how do you deal with someone who doesn't support your hustle? The idea of DJing being a legitimate way to earn a living or profession. And I think and hope you enjoy it. It's a 5-minute clip with Redfoo right here. Has anyone ever said, you can't do that? You're not gonna. That's not gonna happen.
All the time, and unfortunately, it was my friends. It was the inner circle that gets to you the most, because you don't even have haters in the beginning because you're not popular. No one even knows that you're out. So, but it's the friend that I remember. One friend was like, I was rapping, and he was like, man, you'll never make it as a rapper. You know, even my father, who has helped me tremendously in everything I do, but one time he said, and parents don't know how much weight they have, but my father was like, I don't think you have the voice for a rapper. You know, he's like, I know Tupac, now that's a voice. You know, and I just, but luckily with music, you know, I just chose it, and I said, it doesn't matter what my dad says. I mean, it's Berry Gordy. You figure he would know. Most people would be like, shit, I don't got the voice. Fuck it.
He's the guy.
You know?
He is the guy.
But I was like, no, I do have the voice, you know? And I lowered it, you know? I said, yeah, baby, let me start. I started rapping all low and shit like Tupac, you know? Can you feel me? And that just should challenge you more to do what you want, you know? And it's not about, you know, proving I'm wrong and all that stuff, but if you want to do it, that's all that matters, and you go out there and do it. That's the whole thing. If it's your dream, it's your life. And it's I always say, it's like, it's your desktop. You know, my mom would say, clean up your desktop. It's all those icons and stuff. And I said, hey, you got your own computer. You got your own desktop. This is my desktop. And I know don't move it. Don't move that folder. You know, I know where it is. And it's just, it's about living your dreams, and just going for it. And, you know, you only got one life to live, so you might as well, you know, live it to the fullest.
Next up, I want to talk about why having fun matters and why he doesn't believe that being cheesy is something he will ever worry about at one of his parties or events. It's a 4-minute clip, and it's absolute gold. Check it out.
And I say, have fun. The main thing is have fun. You can't get too serious and too cool, you know, and, you know, there's like the word corny doesn't exist to me. I just have fun. And I was in Miami last week at Icon, and they looked at our writer and they were like, we said, we want confetti. We want a confetti blower and all that stuff. And they were like, oh, we don't do that here, you know. And I said, I know, but that's our thing, man. We do that. And they were like, that's not, you know. And by the way, I love the club, and we're going back. Because we just said, okay. And so they didn't have the confetti blower, but they had the smoke, and but we had to grab it. It was the Cairo gun. But we bring our own poppers just in case, you know. We go to downtown LA and we go and get like for $1 a popper.
Jake in the back, he's just kidding.
Yeah,
he's just kidding. Production, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Hopefully tonight we got some cannons and stuff. But if not, we'll bring it. We'll bring it. And so we just did our thing, and yeah, baby, no, we'll bring the party. I see. Oh, he's getting it ready. He's getting the smoke ready. But you know, because Miami can be very serious with the EDM stuff, and I told all my DJs I have a DJ opening up for me, DJ Danger Zone, and the Shuffle Bot is actually a DJ as well, and they go on after me. I said, forget that we're in kind of Miami. They've come to see Party Rock. They've come to see Redfoo. Let's give them Party Rock. Let's do what we do. You know, I don't like to feel insecure, like, well, what if they don't like, and all that stuff. I was like, you know what, let's play Party Rock. And because he was like, you know, one of my DJs was like, should I play the deep house? Should I play the stuff? And I'm like, do we normally play that stuff? He's like, nah. You know, we play kind of like top 40 mashups and remixes and, you know, some trap. I said, just play that. Trust me, it's spring break. A lot of people are traveling there. This is Party Rock, you know. And so we did the show, and the people from Icon was like, that is the best DJ set we have seen, like, ever. And they booked us again on the 17th, right in the middle of Ultra. And that was one of the biggest compliments. I mean, they just called us yesterday, like, we want you know. But we did the confetti, and now I guarantee you that club is going to get the confetti blower and do it, you know.
Next up, I want to talk about the importance of branding, and this is something I totally am on board with and agree with. And really, the summary is how not to just look the part, but it's important to live the part. So check out what Foo says here about branding and the importance of branding and how it can impact your world as a DJ.
Yeah. Right? Like, so maybe let's take a step back and talk a little bit about creating a brand, working a brand, any type of like media, social media, branding, any type of tips, tricks, piece of information that anyone in this room could take from today.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's really good to look at yourself, look at your DJing or your, you know, stuff as a brand. I mean, when I named myself Redfoo, because I actually made up that name, that was me saying, okay, I'm passionate, red means passion, and Foo is like a crazy, you know, fun, wild person. It's short for fool, just no L. So it's like a gesture, you know, and so when I call myself Redfoo, right there, I have an image of what that is, and so that's when it all started in 1995 for me as Redfoo. And I just carried that into the DJ thing, and I just took my interest. Like, I like high energy. I love 80s music. I love disco. I love dance music, up-tempo stuff. And so I just kind of wanted that to be my brand, and I like dressing fun and the afro and, you know, getting the ladies. And so I just, and I would go into a spot, and I felt like a lot of DJs, you know, especially in LA, were very serious, or they were very, you know, confined. Some didn't even get on the mic, you know. And I was like, you know, like AM would never get on the mic. He's like, no, I just let my hands do the talking, which I understand. But I'm a very vocal person, so I was like, well, I'm gonna get on the mic, and then there was at one point people were, you know, man, he talked too much on the mic, you know, because I like to talk over the things, and 1, 2, 3, and so I had to balance that out because sometimes it was too much, you know. You want to let them, you know, the records speak for themselves. But as far as the branding, so I got onto MySpace, and you know, the free marketing, you know, you go onto MySpace. And I saw some YouTube people. I think there was this one guy, and he was like, "Leave Britney alone," and he became famous. And then we saw the guy, you know, Antoine Daub, you know, hide your kids, hide your wife, you know. And then I saw this squirrel. They would just look into the camera, dun dun dun, you know, it was a squirrel, and it was famous. I said, shit, I gotta figure out how to get onto YouTube and do some funny, crazy shit to get famous, you know? And so I saw what Paris Hilton was doing. She was famous for being a socialite, a crazy partier. And I said, a lot of musicians are like, they're shy when they do interviews, or they, you know, and I said, no. I'm gonna do music, it's gonna be serious, I'm gonna write my songs, but I'm gonna have a big personality because, and I really said, I wanna get famous. I wanna understand what that is, because I think you can monetize fame. Because the more, you know, famous you are, the more people are gonna come to your shows. And you look at that, and you see like the Jersey Shore, and you see the guy as a DJ, and you know, whether he's good or not, they're coming to see him. Still. You know, no. I mean, he's, you know, I like the dude. No, I know the dude. But
I'm from Jersey. I live by there. But
so you
I know, yes.
So you see all these examples of where just getting known or famous for something. So then it's like famous for what? And then, so I would, make my own shirts. I got my own shirt now. Party Rock. Party Rock made me do it. And we would, make shirts. I got a shirt pressing machine.
So we're going into branding, right?
Yeah, we're going to branding.
And like making sure that you're always showing off who you are, your brand, your style, and aligning your shows and your music to kind of all be in line, right? So
exactly.
You're attracting, right? The opportunity is being created and the fame is being created, but everything is in line. All the branding is in line. Nothing was out of place. Yeah, I'm Redfoo, the crazy party guy.
Yeah.
LMFAO, which is a recognizable name, right?
Yeah.
An acronym everyone knows.
Yeah. So the whole name, the reason why, I picked that name is because the name was already famous. LMFAO was the texting, acronym that you would do with your friends, and it was the evolution of LOL. And I said, well, that's fun. I said, well, Madonna did that. She took a name, Ice Cube took a pretty popular thing, Ice Cubes. You took the name. When you hear Ice Cube, you don't know if you're talking about the rapper, the actor, or the drink, And I said, so you see all these models, and you're like, well, let me pick a name. So we picked LMFAO. Before the LMFAO, since we're both half black and half white, our name was Mixed Nuts. And I just didn't know how that logo was gonna look like. And so that was
I'm into branding. I can't even help you with that. I don't even know. It's like,
so for branding, so you got to think, the name, and we really decided, like, we're gonna be a party band. We're gonna dress the way we want. And I remember telling my nephew, Sky, we were just started the band and we just started doing, we decided, okay, LMFAO, putting stuff on MySpace music. And we were doing YouTube videos. You can check them out, like the LMFAO dailies from the beginning. And I remember he was like, hey, let's get something to eat. And I said, okay, let's go. And I put on the glasses and, and I got some animal print, and he was just wearing like a hoodie, and it was like looking real hip hop, and it wasn't the brand. And I was like, hey, you're gonna go out like that? Like, and he was like, yeah, I'm just, I can't be wearing that shit all the time. He had his sweats. And I said, and he was walking, I said, yeah, but if people see us on the street, they're not gonna recognize us because they know us for the glasses and the hair and the thing. I said, you might want, and he got it. He was like, yeah, that's true. And so he said, okay, let me change. And he changed, and we went out, and we were driving, and these two girls were walking down, and they were like, hey, LMFAO. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Because if you see Michael Jackson, you always see him as Michael Jackson. The only time you saw him in some PJs was during a trial. Yep. But that was still Michael Jackson-esque, because it was rebellious. He's wearing his PJs at the trial. But I'm saying, but it was, every time you've seen Lady Gaga, she's had some meat hooks, some, you know what I mean? She's wearing a fur coat or something. So you got to always be branded, and that's the kind of thing.
So it's not just looking the part, it's truly being the part.
Yeah, you got to be that person. And it's tough being a party DJ, because I go in the club, like last night, okay, I admit I'm a little loopy today, because I went to Marquee.
Did anyone go to Marquee last night? Anyone at the Cosmo? I know Jack was there.
That was
Chris, I know.
Hey, and that's a great show. Cash, because we do Marquee all the time, and it was the first time I was in the crowd seeing a production, and when they do the confetti, that stuff is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, it gets in your drink. You got to cover your drink, but it just makes you feel. That isn't so, and that's what we kind of started over there with the confetti. But the point is they come up to me. You have to live the brand, and they're like, "Hey, Mr. Party Rocker, take a shot." And I was like, "Well, I got my mobile beats tomorrow. I'm just." And it's too many girls, come on, you're the party. Shit, I gotta do it. Okay, fuck it. And then you take it, and then after 10 shots, and it happens. You gotta do it, Thank you for the coconut water, by the way.
I got you. My pleasure with that, yeah.
Next up, we talk about evolution and how you can take your performance, your show, your everything to the next level. Here's what Redfoo had to say.
Where do you get the inspiration from? Is it just every day, day to day? Do you have your eyes open constantly? Where are you at with that? You know, like, how does the brand develop? How does it evolve? How do you take it to another level? How do you create new, create better, create bigger?
You just keep adding. You just keep adding ingredients to the party, you know, and you see stuff that you like from anywhere, from a movie, you know, say, oh, I'm gonna do that. Or, I mean, I swear, just walking around, seeing everybody set up, I wanna get everything. I wanna get these lights right here and program, yeah, baby. I really do. Like, why wouldn't I have this at my next party? You know, if they give them to me for free. I mean, why wouldn't I have them? But for us, I will promote the hell out of these things. But you know, and so this is something. So you come to Mobile Beats and you see all the new stuff and you use it and have fun. And I swear to God, I saw a silent disco on this Gronk's party ship that I did, and the room was silent. Everybody had headphones on, looking crazy. If you don't have the headphones on, it's the most bizarre thing in the world. But once you put them on and everybody is yelling out stuff, you know, whoop, you know, at the same time, you're like, what the hell are they saying? You know, and they all, you know, everybody's dabbing and you don't know why. You know, he's like, damn, what are they doing? But it's just amazing. So technology, just like technology, it's growing. There's new apps every day. There's new things. You got to kind of like feel like you're an app, and you got to add features and make it more interactive, and just have fun and just experiment. And
embrace the change.
Embrace
and
the
evolve
change.
with it.
Now, this is going to be a bonus because it's my absolute favorite of all the nuggets, and it really goes into playing the music that the people want to hear as opposed to playing the music for yourself. So if you're looking to smash your next upcoming event, you want to achieve awesomeness as a DJ, you need to understand playing the music that the people in front of you want to hear is more important than playing the music that you may want to hear or play for yourself. And I feel that this sometimes is an issue that a lot of new DJs to the event world struggle with. So whether it's someone coming over from the club world or someone that's new to the game, they might not understand the full context of this. But I think that this is absolute gold. And the clip I'm about to share with you is a bit long, but it's absolutely legitimately gold. Redfoo talks about why it is so important to understand what your guests want and why playing the music that they like actually matters. He talks about why he takes requests at his event and why it's important for people to do it if they want to take their careers to the next level, to improve their performance. He talks about the importance of refreshing the songs that work and how he's just achieved some just awesomeness. And I think that this clip is absolute gold, and I hope you find tremendous value in it.
Let's talk about being a DJ, being a party rocker.
Yeah.
And let's maybe give some knowledge and some tips to some of the pros and colleagues here in the room that have been supporters of your music. Some tips, some tricks, some thoughts into smashing an event like we're gonna do right here tonight.
Yeah, baby. Well, you know, it all started with me on Serato, you know, I think that you got to find out what you kind of naturally like. And you also got to find out, you know, the crowd that you're performing for, what they kind of like. For instance, I told you that story where my grandmother, I was really big into The Secret, still big into the, you know, law of attraction. And I just imagined myself being a DJ. One day I just said, I want to be a performance DJ. I want to mix records. So I got Serato, started to learn how to mix. And I did a party for my grandma at a retirement home. Yeah, baby. And you know, in the time where I'm from LA, and a lot of people had the DJ shirts. You know, I don't take requests. You know, and I didn't really understand that because I was like, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I like to request stuff. I'll go up to the DJ, hey, can you play my favorite song? You know? And so I thought about it. I said, I got to play what my grandma likes. You know, I can't play Put Your Hands Up for Detroit, you know, probably have a cardiac, you know. So I went and I searched Billboard hits all the way from like the 1920s, 30s, and I got all that type of music, the you know, Perry Como, I don't know what it was, Elvis, and I made a playlist, and it took me about 2 days to just get all this stuff. I was buying CDs, ripping CDs, putting it in iTunes, getting stuff off of iTunes, you know, going wherever I could find it, and I had this playlist, and they loved it, you know. And I was playing Elvis, and they were like, "This is my favorite song."
I was going to ask how this went.
It was amazing because I played from the 20s, and I just went all the way up to now. And then at the end, I got into some disco, you know, and I got into some stuff. And they were grooving, and it's because I was, you know, I figured I'd play what they liked. So that's kind of the...
And I love the logic, right? Like taking the time to understand what the client, the person, the people that you're in front of are into.
Right.
And designing the event around them, right? That's, it's
right. And
it's kind of...
And I do the same thing when I do like a Sweet 16 party. You know, the parents... I mean, this is how I DJ now, like I'm doing a Sweet 16, like a birthday. I try to have all the poppers and the fun stuff, but the parents will be like, this is the kids', you know, favorite songs, and they'll give you a playlist, and you just got to make sure you have that stuff, and that's what it's about. It's about moving people, getting people to dance, and if you play anybody's favorite songs, they're going to dance, they're going to have fun. So that's how I kind of approach, you know, this stuff, and I'm really big into playlisting before. And now it's different because I'm an artist now. So a lot of people want to, you know, hear me play my stuff, which that confused me for a little bit because I was like, I want to play the latest stuff. But people want to hear the LMFAO records from me or the Redfoo records. And I noticed that a lot. So now when I'm DJing, it's more of from an artist perspective. And I'll play a couple big records at the time. But then I just, you know, continually mash up my old stuff with new drops and stuff like that to keep things fresh. But sometimes I play the original because that's what they love is the original. And yeah.
So there's so many different ways we can go with this. And I think, you know, when we were able to connect the other day and we were talking about the second party that you did, the birthday party. I think that's a cool story because the logic applies the same. And really that's what started your career as a DJ outside of your grandmother's party, which I'm not gonna lie, I wish I was at.
No, it was incredible. Well, actually, the grandma was the second party. The birthday was the first. I was practicing in my apartment building, and I wanted to be a DJ so bad. And the secret will tell you, you know, just if someone asks you if you're a DJ, just say yes, or just say yes to, you know, things that you want to do. And my neighbor heard me, and she was like. I was just, you know, practicing transition mixes, you know, blends. And she was like, are you a DJ? And I was like, okay, here's the moment. There it is. What do I say? Usually I would say, no, I'm just, you know, practicing. And I was like, yes, I am. I mean, I'm DJing right now. And she was like, okay, great. She was like, great. Well, then if, you know, I have a party coming up, can I hire you to do the party? And I was like, what should I say? I haven't practiced. I've never done a party. And I was like, yes, you can. Yes. Well, okay, that's great. Let's do this. And she goes, and I said to her, you know, I said, well, you know, what are your favorite songs? And she was like, I like the 90s hip hop and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, me too. And I said, you know what? Give me a list, get with your friends, give me a list, and I'll play every one of your favorite songs. And like I said, this was before the grandma thing. So this was like the first, and she did. Next day, she sent me a list and I did all that stuff. I got the CDs. I went to Amoeba, anywhere, and I just downloaded all this stuff. And that party was amazing. It was my first party ever. I played for 8 hours. Yeah. And it was, two techniques, Serato, changing tempos, I played James Brown. I played Crisscross, Jump. I played Naughty by Nature to the current stuff that was, out at the time. And that was probably the best DJ set of my life.
All right, so that's it. Jason Jani, I appreciate you checking out these incredibly dope nuggets from Redfoo of LMFAO himself. I hope you found value in the video here today, and I hope if you haven't yet had the opportunity of checking out some of the other videos that exist on this channel, that you actually get to check them out. There's a lot of good content, I believe good content that can help you along your journey as a DJ or business owner in the entertainment industry based on my own personal performance, learnings, or my own experiences as a small business owner in the event industry. I'm proud of a lot of things that I've been able to accomplish and that we as a group have been able to accomplish at the SE Event Group. And that's the purpose of me sharing everything on this channel. My hope is to help inspire people to dream bigger, to expect more, and to help push the DJ industry forward in some capacity. And I just appreciate your time checking out this video. If you'd like to share comments, feedback, you have questions, you don't agree with anything, throw it in the comments down below, and be on the lookout for new videos dropping right here on this channel each and every week. I appreciate your watch, and we'll see you real soon. Thanks for watching.